but I have to be impressed that Mayweather reached out and hugged Judah instead of just the traditional touching of gloves to begin the 12th. He was trying to say, okay, let's calm down here. Mayweather definitely wasn't trying to stop Judah in the last round when he only threw 45 punches, but he landed 19 of them. Good left hook by Mayweather, good straight left hand by Judah. And Mayweather grins at Judah, which shows you it was a good Judah straight left hand. This time Judah misses over the top as Mayweather ducks perfectly.
Zab is realizing this is the last round, so he's definitely trying to get that left hand in there. He needs to throw combinations.
Yeah, one punch at a time isn't likely to do it.
No, especially against Floyd Mayweather because he's just too fast.
Blocked by the right glove. Having seen what happened in the first 20 seconds, Mayweather now utterly conscious of the fact that Judah wants to land one big left hand. Straight right hand over the top lands for Mayweather. Pressure, pressure, pressure. The last several rounds, Mayweather has constantly stalked Judah and stayed on him, not allowing space. Dogging him, Lennox, as you would say.
Yeah, he's just keeping up the pressure. Right now he's trying something different. He's letting Judah come after him, realizing Judah has to come after him.
I think he's hoping to find one opening for one big shot.
I agree. I think that he's hoping Judah will try to sell out a little bit and throw more punches, and he can find a way to counter him one big time. There you go. Come to me. Come to me.
Well, he's got 30 seconds to do that if he's going to do it.
Come to me, hit me on the chin, he's saying.
Punch inside and get out.
There it is again.
Not enough time to do it.
Judah waits till the last 20 seconds of the fight to sort of give it one desperation shot.
Yeah, that was just for show. When he needed to do it in the middle to the late rounds, he laid back because he didn't want to get hit. I thought he did a better job than I believed he was capable of, but at the end of the night, he was simply outclassed.
Well, one thing's for sure, against a great fighter, Lennox, one of the best ways to get hit is to fight as though you don't want to, right?
Right, definitely.
It's hitting the other guy that keeps you from getting hit, by and large, right? So there's the hug from Yoel Judah to his son Zab, and you can see the marks on Zab's face that show you the punishment he took from Mayweather in the last 6 rounds of the fight. And there is pretty boy Floyd, looking pretty much the same as ever. Harold, what is your final score on the bout?
116, 112, 8 rounds to 4, Floyd Mayweather. Jim, I gotta tell you something. Round 10, when Floyd Mayweather got hit low, okay, and he hopped away, obviously Richard Steele must have called timeout because when Roger jumped in the ring, Richard Steele obviously could have disqualified Floyd Mayweather.
Correct.
The rules say that your second is not allowed to come in while the round is on. But when Floyd hopped away, Steele sent Zab Judah to a neutral corner. He obviously called timeout, and they used a little discretion to let the fight continue. In any case, 116, 112, Mayweather.
Good discretion, right, Harold?
Good discretion.
Thank
Correct.
you. You agree that Mayweather won the fight, Lennox?
Yes, I do. I think he boxed a great fight, intelligent. You know, it didn't get out of hand. He kept his focus. Didn't let that low blow do anything to him, and did what he had to do, win the fight.
You saw that on Harold Letterman's card, Zab Judah won 3 of the first 4 rounds. We'll find out whether the official cards jibe with that, but let's take a look at the progress of the fight. Starting in round 2. Round 1 was an extremely tactical round. Not much happened. One fighter landed 6 punches, the other landed 4. A Judah right hand in round 2. then a Judah straight left in the 4th round. Judah had a big round in the 4th round and looked as though he might really have Mayweather back on his heels. But then Floyd began to turn the fight around and landed straight right hands, such as in the 7th. Then in the 10th round, the near riot that broke out after a now dominated Zab Judah threw a low blow and then very clearly hit Floyd Mayweather, seemingly intentionally on the back of the head. As Harold Letterman told you, once timeout was called by Richard Steele, that's when Roger Mayweather jumped into the ring. Yoel Judah came across the ring to talk to Roger. Leonard Ellerby got in the ring as well, and a melee broke out. They finally resumed fighting, and in the 12th round, Zab Judah could not close the show as Floyd Mayweather invited him repeatedly in the closing seconds of the fight to hit him on the chin by way of saying, "Hey, sucker, you can't do it." Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official decision on this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Dave Moretti scores at 116-112. Jerry Roth, 117-111. Glenn Hamada, 119-109 to the winner by unanimous decision, and new champion, still undefeated from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
The #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport maintains his unblemished record with what turns out to be another relatively easy win. Harold Letterman had it 116-12. My heavens, Glenn Hamada had it 119-109. So at least one of the 3 judges saw total dominance by Floyd Mayweather. Here are final CompuBox numbers. Judah landing a total of 82 punches in the fight, and Floyd Mayweather landing 106 more of them, even though Floyd threw 40 fewer punches than Judah. So final CompuBox numbers show Judah landing at less than half the rate, and almost a third of the rate of Floyd Mayweather. And in the power punch category, the dominance is even more clear as Mayweather landed 86 more power punches, threw 133 more power punches, and landed at the significantly higher percentage. When you land nearly 50% of your power punches, you're going to win the fight unless the other guy does something extremely off the board, and Judah wasn't able to do that. Larry Merchant with the winner, Mr. Pound for Pound, Floyd Mayweather.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Floyd. First few rounds went differently than most of your fights. Why?
Well, you gotta realize, I knew Zab Judah was a front runner. But first of all, I want to thank God for this victory. Thank all the people who supports Floyd Mayweather. I knew Zab was a front runner.
What do you mean by that?
A front runner is he's strong for the first 6 rounds, and after that, he gas out.
So you were letting him go and just examining what he was doing and measuring him?
Relax and keep my composure. That was our game plan. We knew Zab was gonna come out strong. We was gonna relax, take our time, and stick to the game plan. Let's take him, deep and drown him. And we didn't have no confrontation in the ring, the fight would have been over.
As you were beating him up in the middle and late rounds, he was talking. What was he saying to you?
Oh, we come from the same school. Call me a bitch, you a bitch. But he say what he say. I'm just happy to be 4-time world champion in 4 different weight classes.
Let's talk about this fight. Okay, we get late in the fight. You're cleaning him out. You're blooding his nose and his mouth. Did you think he went below the belt deliberately to get even with you?
I don't know. I don't want to say nothing bad about Zab. It was a great fight. He's a great fighter.
Do you think your uncle, your trainer, thought that, and that's why he got so excited?
My uncle already said he was going to do that.
He did?
My uncle said that 2 days ago. He said, once you get to beating on him, he's going to do something dirty to cause a confrontation, and we're going to have a problem. And we knew this was going to happen, but, this is boxing. I just want to be a gentleman. I respect Zab Judah. I respect this camp. And tonight he made me respect this fight game, but I feel great. I just want to, continue to beat the best they got out there.
Was he a little bit more solid and less odd and weird out there than you expected?
I hurt my hand in the fight. Actually, I hurt my right hand. That's why I wasn't using my right so much towards the end. I hurt my right hand early on in the fight. But I kept using it. I went back to the corner and said, keep using it, keep going to the body, keep breaking them down. And, I wasn't using no power shots. Now, all I was doing was trying to break him down and punish him.
You said you wanted to punish him. You also said you wanted to knock him out. Are you disappointed you couldn't get him out of there?
I think I could have got him out of there if the confrontation, because that's when I was pressing harder. But you know, the confrontation threw me out my zone. I was in the zone. But once all that confrontation got going on in the ring, then it threw me out my zone.
So you just felt you'll just win the last 2 rounds, glide through it?
Yeah. Just box the last 2 rounds and just take the victory the best way.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
against
Appreciate it.
Floyd.
Thank you.
Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Larry. Lennox Lewis, as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the sports, marketing power and popularity continue to grow. I can think of at least a half-dozen fighters who might be watching him tonight and trying to figure out when they want to fight him to try to make that money and be a part of that big event. Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto. There are quite a number of them. Who could beat him?
I don't know. I don't see really anybody out there right now. He's too sweet right now. Floyd is a remarkable boxer. He shows great talent, great speed, and it's going to be very difficult to beat him out there.
Yeah, it's probably going to be